Like the heaven-bound trees, people of all colours and sizes had to dance for 1,000 years. They had to be naked and paint themselves all different colours and gather to form a human forest and dance for 1,000 years to multicoloured music, so that one day the sky would stop vomiting mud, and like the people of many colours of the world seen from the moon, the colours would be back again.
I'm one of those people that if you wake me up at any time of night with a piece of paper and a bunch of paints, I will paint a picture. I don't have to wait for inspiration to come. I'm very lucky like that. It's ideally a paradise on earth. It sounds rather strange, but that is the kind of driving factor philosophically behind my work that I strive towards. And paint, sometimes that can be hellish looking or it can be heavenly looking, but that's the general thread that goes through my creativity. I think it's very important to have humour in one's work and to not be overtly political, but rather, if you're going to put a political message across, to do it in such a way that it doesn't end up as being mere propaganda. So, you know, growing up in apartheid South Africa, for example, instead of illustrating the horrors of apartheid, I assimilated them in some way, as well as whatever situations we live with in South Africa that fuel the work right now. And there is a kind of a tongue-in-cheek attitude in my work. There's a lot to be said for living in South Africa, and I think it's one of the reasons William Kentridge has chosen to remain in Johannesburg when he could live anywhere in the world is precisely this incredible creative energy that transpires from the deep socio-political frictions, tensions that we have in our society. And in a way, I feel that my art is a muti. It is a medicine towards attempting to heal those terrible ills that our country has. I do have themes coming and going from my work, and the one we're working with now is based on a painting I did 25 years ago called The 1,000-Year Dance Cure. And in a nutshell, the earth is vomiting mud because we have made it so sick, and that of course has an environmental aspect to it. Mankind have made the earth literally sick, and that the only way we can cure the earth is for people of all colours to dance for 1,000 years. So the paintings around me and the sculptures, the bronzes, the prints, the drawings are all around that theme of a healing process by dance, from darkness into light. I did a lot of my earlier work using an adze, a traditional African chisel, on a stick. I found that I could work much quicker using an angle grinder, and the angle grinder bounced off my cat sculpture, which is soon going to be on auction, and danced along my forearm, carving it up. And 36 stitches later, I'm quite frightened of my angle grinder. And a chainsaw sounds far more dramatic because you think of Chainsaw Massacre, etc. But it's actually much less dangerous. I work very fast. I believe that there's no time frame around creativity, and if anything, my most successful images or items are done in seconds rather than hours. And obviously those seconds become hours because you then reconsider and repaint, etc. And so, yeah, the chainsaw, it was just a very, very nice way of being able to capture quite almost as fast as one can physically the image that one wants to release from the wood. I wish that my work can uplift people's souls and make their days better by being surrounded by that work or having that work in their lives. I like the idea of bronzes lasting not hundreds but thousands of years. It's quite a fascinating idea that in 1,000 years' time there could be bronzes of mine lying around the place. I find that quite extraordinary just in terms of a physical legacy of one's work. And then I do have an ambition, which I intend to fulfill, of setting up a foundation one day to to offer kids who have the merit and the talent, which of course we have huge resources of in this country, to have the same privilege that I had studying in London at art school. So that might be a legacy to work towards.